Welcome to Speak English Fluently. I'm Maya, and I'm so happy you're here. If you enjoy learning practical English for real conversations, subscribe to the channel so you can keep practicing with us.
And I'm Ben. Maya, I have a confession today.
Uh-oh, this sounds serious already.
Yesterday, I missed an important meeting because I woke up late.
Uh-oh.
And all morning, I kept thinking, I could have set 2 alarms, I should have gone to bed earlier, but then I started wondering, why did I use could have in one sentence and should have in the other?
That is exactly the kind of question that can make English learners stop in the middle of a conversation.
Yes, both are about the past, both sound similar, and both make me think, Ben, you made a bad decision.
Sometimes, yes, but they don't mean the same thing. Today, we're going to make the difference so clear that you'll be able to use both naturally when talking about past choices, missed opportunities, regrets, and advice.
Good, because my past has plenty of material for practice.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I walked right into that one.
Let's start with one simple idea. When you say could have, you're usually talking about a possibility or an opportunity in the past.
Something was possible, but it didn't happen?
Exactly. For example, I could have taken the bus.
Meaning taking the bus was possible, but I didn't take it?
Right. Maybe you drove instead. Maybe you walked. We only know that taking the bus was an available option.
Okay. I could have ordered pizza, but I cooked dinner instead.
Perfect. Ordering pizza was possible.
And honestly, probably easier.
Probably. Now compare that with should have.
Here comes the regret.
Very often, yes. Should have means something was a better or smarter choice in the past, but it didn't happen.
So I should have taken the bus?
Good. Now you're not simply saying the bus was possible, you're saying taking the bus would have been the better decision.
Maybe because traffic was terrible.
Exactly.
Let me test this. I could have brought an umbrella.
Good. What does that mean?
Bringing an umbrella was possible.
Right.
But I should have brought an umbrella means now I'm standing outside in the rain looking like a wet sandwich.
A very unhappy wet sandwich.
So could have is possible, should have is better.
That's our first big rule. Keep that contrast in your mind.
Could have, possible, should have, better.
Nice and simple.
But what about the grammar? I hear people say things like could have, really fast.
Great question. The basic pattern is could have or should have plus the past participle of the verb.
Past participle sounds scary.
It doesn't need to be. Think of forms like gone, seen, done, called, eaten, or studied.
So could have gone,
Yes,
should have called,
exactly.
could have eaten,
Perfect.
should have studied.
I feel like that sentence is personal.
Very personal.
Here's an important mistake to avoid. Don't say, I should have went.
Because went is the simple past,
Right. Say, I should have gone.
and not I could have saw him.
Correct. Say, I could have seen him.
So the structure is could have or should have plus past participle.
Exactly. And in everyday spoken English, could have often sounds like could have, and should have sounds like should have.
I could have called you.
Natural.
I should have called you.
Also natural, but notice how the meaning changes.
Let me try. I could have called you means calling you was an option.
Yes.
I should have called you means I now think calling you was the right thing to do.
Excellent. That difference is very important in real conversations.
Especially in relationships.
Oh, yes.
You could have called me.
Careful. Now we have another useful meaning.
What happened?
When you say, you could have called me, it can sound like mild criticism.
Ah, so my peaceful grammar lesson has become an argument.
English can do that surprisingly fast.
Give me an example.
Imagine your friend gets lost while driving. Later, you say, you could have called me.
Meaning calling me was an available solution.
Exactly. But depending on your tone, it can also mean, why didn't you call me?
And you should have called me?
Stronger. That clearly suggests calling you was the better decision.
So could have can sometimes sound like that option existed.
Yes.
And should have sounds more like that was the right option.
Perfect.
I think I'm getting it.
Let's make it more practical. Imagine you went to a restaurant last night. The food was expensive and not very good.
Sadly realistic.
You might say, we could have eaten at home.
Eating at home was another possibility.
Right. But if you say, we should have eaten at home, what changes?
Now I regret the restaurant. Eating at home would have been better.
Exactly.
What if the restaurant bill was $100?
Then you might say should have with a little more emotion.
We should have eaten at home.
And maybe check the menu prices next time?
There's our next lesson.
Now let's build a small phrase pack you can actually use in daily conversations.
I'm ready.
Number 1, I could have done that.
Like, why did you hire someone to fix the shelf? I could have done that.
Good. Number 2, I should have known.
That sounds common.
Very common. You use it when you realize something was predictable. For example, Jake is late again. I should have known.
Number 3,
We could have stayed longer.
that means staying longer was possible, but we left.
Exactly.
Number 4, we should have left earlier.
Classic traffic sentence.
Very classic.
Especially when someone says, it'll only take 20 minutes.
And 45 minutes later, nobody is speaking in the car.
Accurate. Number 5, you could have told me.
That one definitely sounds emotional.
It can. Imagine someone changes the dinner plan and forgets to tell you.
You could have told me.
Yes. Number 6, I should have listened to you.
The sentence people hate saying.
Because it means the other person was right.
Painful grammar.
Number 7, I could have helped.
For example, why did you carry all those boxes alone? I could have helped.
Perfect. Number 8, I should have checked.
I should have checked the address before driving for 30 minutes.
Good. Number 9, it could have been worse.
Oh, I hear that a lot.
Very useful. It means the situation was bad, but a more serious result was possible.
Like, my phone fell on the floor, but it didn't break. It could have been worse.
Exactly. And number 10, I shouldn't have said that.
Wait, now we have shouldn't have.
Yes, and this one is extremely useful. Shouldn't have means you did something in the past, but now you think it was a mistake.
So I should have called her means I didn't call, but calling was better.
Right.
I should not have called her means I did call, but calling was a mistake.
Exactly. That contrast is worth remembering.
Should have, I didn't do it, but it was probably better.
Usually, yes.
Shouldn't have, I did it, and now I regret it.
Exactly.
English has created grammar specifically for regretting our life choices.
Humans needed it.
Fair point.
Let's do a quick mini quiz. Everyone listening, answer before Ben does it.
I'll try not to embarrass myself.
Situation 1. You had enough money to buy concert tickets yesterday, but you decided not to. Which sounds better if you're only talking about the possibility? I could have bought the tickets, or I should have bought the tickets.
I could have bought the tickets.
Correct. The opportunity existed. Now, suppose today you discover your favorite singer gave an amazing surprise performance and you deeply regret missing it.
I should have bought the tickets.
Exactly.
That hurts even though the concert isn't real.
Situation 2. You arrived late because you didn't check the train schedule. Complete this. I blank checked the schedule.
I should have checked the schedule.
Perfect.
Because checking it would have been the smarter choice.
Perfect. Situation 3. Your friend carried a heavy table alone, but you were available. You say, you blank asked me for help.
You could have asked me for help.
Great. You're pointing out an available option.
Could I also say you should have asked me for help?
Absolutely. But it's stronger. You're saying asking you would have been the better decision.
Nice. Same situation, different attitude.
Exactly. That's how native speakers often choose between these forms.
One more.
Okay. You ate 3 giant slices of cake before bed, and now your stomach feels terrible. What do you say?
I could have eaten more cake.
Ben.
Wrong lesson?
Very wrong lesson.
Fine, I shouldn't have eaten so much cake.
Perfect.
My stomach understands English now.
Before we finish this part, here's the easiest recap. Could have looks back at a past possibility. Something was possible, but it didn't happen.
I could have taken a taxi.
Should have looks back at a better choice, advice, or regret.
I should have taken a taxi.
And shouldn't have means you did something, but now you believe it was a mistake.
I shouldn't have stayed up until 2 a.m.
Which brings us back to your missed mating.
Unfortunately.
So, what could you have done?
I could have set another alarm.
And what should you have done?
I should have gone to bed earlier.
Perfect. And here's a question for everyone listening. Think about yesterday. What is one thing you could have done but didn't, and one thing you should have done differently?
Make the sentences in your head. I could have and I should have.
And notice the difference between a possible choice and a choice you now believe would have been better. Let's go a little deeper now, because knowing the basic rule is great, but real conversations are rarely that simple.
You mean English is about to make my life difficult again?
Only a little.
I knew there was a catch.
Earlier, we learned that could have often talks about a past possibility, while should have often talks about a better past choice or regret.
Right. I could have driven means driving was possible. I should have driven means driving probably would have been better.
Exactly. Now I want you to notice something important. Sometimes both forms can work in the same situation, but the speaker's focus changes.
Okay, give me a situation.
Imagine you were at the airport yesterday, your flight was at 6 p.m., but you arrived at 5:50.
That already sounds stressful.
Very. You missed the flight. Later, you say, I could have left home earlier.
That means leaving earlier was possible.
Right, you had that option.
And I should have left home earlier means I now realize leaving earlier was the smarter decision.
Exactly. The first sentence looks at the option, the second looks at the mistake.
Option versus mistake. That's useful.
Very useful. Let's try another. Your friend invited you to a party, but you stayed home. The next day, everyone tells you the party was amazing.
I could have gone to the party.
Good.
I had the opportunity.
Yes, but now add regret.
I should have gone to the party.
Perfect.
I can feel the regret immediately.
That emotional difference is what helps you sound natural.
So grammar isn't only about what happened, it's also about how I feel about what happened.
Exactly. And that's one reason these forms are so common in everyday English.
Because people love thinking about better decisions after it's too late.
We're very talented at that.
Especially at midnight.
Yes. Midnight is the official time for remembering every mistake you've made since 2014.
Get to know I'm normal.
Now, let's talk about questions. You can use could have and should have in questions, too.
Like what?
What could I have done?
Meaning, what options did I have?
Exactly. Imagine a customer is angry because an item was sold out. You might tell your coworker, what could I have done? We didn't have any left.
So it can show that I had no other good option.
Right. Another useful question is, what should I have done?
That sounds different.
It is. Now you're asking what the better action would have been.
So if I made a mistake, I might ask, what should I have done differently?
Perfect.
Could we compare them directly?
Sure. What could I have done asks about possible actions. What should I have done asks about the best action.
Nice.
Here's another pair. Could you have called me?
Is that really asking whether calling was possible?
Sometimes. Imagine your phone was broken and I ask, could you have called me from another phone?
So you're asking whether that possibility existed.
Exactly. Now compare, should I have called you?
I'm asking whether calling you would have been the right thing to do.
Correct.
That sounds very natural.
It is. Now let's look at something learners often confuse. Couldn't have and shouldn't have.
I was afraid these were coming.
They're easier than they look. Shouldn't have means the action happened, but it was a bad idea.
I shouldn't have bought those expensive shoes.
Exactly. You bought them, now you regret it.
My bank account regrets it too.
But couldn't have usually means something was impossible.
So I couldn't have bought those shoes because I didn't have enough money.
Perfect. Buying them was impossible.
That's a big difference.
Huge difference. Let's make it even clearer. I shouldn't have gone to work.
I went to work, but going was a bad decision.
Maybe you were sick.
Okay.
I couldn't have gone to work.
Going was impossible.
Right. Maybe your car wouldn't start, the roads were closed, or you were in the hospital.
So shouldn't have is bad decision, couldn't have is impossible.
Exactly. Let me try one. I shouldn't have eaten the seafood. Good. Why?
Because it tasted strange, but I ate it anyway.
And now you regret it.
Very much.
Now use couldn't have.
I couldn't have eaten the seafood because I'm allergic to it.
Great. Although technically I could eat it.
Let's not test that grammar point.
Fair enough. Another common expression is I couldn't have known.
I hear that in movies.
Yes, it means there was no reasonable way for you to know something in the past.
Like, I couldn't have known the store was closed.
Exactly. Maybe the website said it was open.
And I should have known the store was closed.
That means you believe there was some clue or information you should have noticed.
Ah, maybe it was a national holiday.
Exactly.
So again, the meaning changes completely.
Right. Let's do a quick practice round. I'll give you a situation and you choose the most natural form.
Ready?
You stayed up watching videos until 3 a.m. Now you're exhausted.
I shouldn't have stayed up so late.
Correct.
That one was too easy.
Then here comes another. Yesterday you had the afternoon free. You didn't go to the gym, but it was possible.
I could have gone to the gym.
Perfect. Now imagine today you're thinking, I wasted my free afternoon. Exercise would have been better.
I should have gone to the gym.
Exactly.
Same event, different meaning.
Good. Next one. You drove home even though the weather was dangerous, and later you realized it was a bad choice.
I shouldn't have driven home.
Excellent.
I like these pairs. They make the differences really clear.
That's the goal. Now let's add some natural daily phrases.
Phrase pack number 2.
Exactly. First, I could have sworn.
Wait, what does that mean?
It means you strongly believed something was true, but now you're not sure.
Can you give me an example?
I could have sworn I left my keys on the table.
So I was very sure my keys were there.
Right, but now there aren't.
That sounds useful.
Very. Second, you should have seen it.
I've heard that too.
It's usually used when something was surprising, funny, impressive, or unusual. You should have seen his face when he opened the gift.
It doesn't literally mean the person made a mistake by not seeing it.
Good observation. Not always. Here, it's more like saying, it was amazing. I wish you had seen it.
Nice.
Third, it could have happened to anyone.
That sounds comforting.
Exactly. If someone makes an understandable mistake, you can say, don't worry, it could have happened to anyone.
Meaning anyone might have made the same mistake.
Right. Fourth, things could have been different.
That sounds a little emotional.
It often is. It means another result was possible.
If we had left earlier, things could have been different.
Perfect.
That if sentence sounds more advanced.
It is, but you'll hear it constantly. For now, just notice the pattern. We often combine could have with an if idea.
Like, I could have finished earlier if I had started sooner.
Exactly.
And with should have.
Absolutely. I should have started sooner.
Shorter and more direct.
Exactly. Fifth phrase, you should have told me sooner.
That sounds useful in work situations.
Very. Suppose your coworker tells you about a problem 5 minutes before a deadline.
You should have told me sooner.
Right. Sixth, I should have thought about that.
Meaning I didn't consider something important.
Exactly. Seventh, we could have saved money.
We could have cooked at home instead of eating out.
Great. Eighth, I should have saved more money.
That's not a possibility. That's regret.
Perfect distinction. Ninth, you couldn't have known.
Good for comforting someone?
Yes. Imagine your friend feels guilty because something unexpected happened. You can say, you couldn't have known.
Meaning there was no way for them to predict it.
Exactly. And 10th, I shouldn't have worried so much.
That sounds like something people say after everything turns out fine.
Exactly.
I have a question. Can should have sound rude?
Definitely. Especially when you use it with you.
Like, you should have listened to me.
Yes, grammatically correct, but depending on your tone, it may sound judgmental.
So how can I make it softer?
You can say, maybe we should have left earlier instead of blaming one person.
Maybe we should have left earlier.
Exactly. That sounds more cooperative than you should have left earlier.
Because now we're sharing the bad decision.
Correct.
Teamwork.
Even in regret.
Very healthy.
Another softer option is, it might have been better to...
Like, it might have been better to call first.
Exactly. That's useful in professional situations where direct criticism may sound too strong.
So should have is useful, but tone matters.
Very much. Grammar gives the meaning, but your voice gives the attitude.
That's true in every language.
Let's finish with a mini challenge. Everyone listening, choose could have, should have, couldn't have, or shouldn't have.
Okay, I'm focused.
Number 1. I bought a giant TV and now I don't have enough money for rent. I bought such an expensive TV.
I shouldn't have bought such an expensive TV.
Correct. Number 2. We had an extra bedroom, so staying with us was possible. You stayed at our house.
You could have stayed at our house.
Perfect. Number 3, the road was completely blocked, so reaching the airport by car was impossible. We arrived by car.
We couldn't have arrived by car.
Exactly. Number 4, I forgot my mom's birthday and I feel terrible. I written it on my calendar.
I should have written it on my calendar.
Correct.
I'm getting faster.
Good. Last one. You accidentally sent a message to the wrong person.
Oh, no.
And that message said, "This meeting is so boring."
Oh, much worse.
What do you say?
I shouldn't have sent that message.
True, but there's another problem.
I should have checked the name before pressing send.
Perfect.
And I could have simply kept my opinion to myself.
Now you're using all of them naturally.
Pain has made me fluent.
Before we stop, remember this. Could have often focuses on what was possible. Should have focuses on what would have been better. Couldn't have tells us something wasn't possible, and shouldn't have tells us something happened but was probably a mistake.
And sometimes the exact same past situation can use different forms depending on what I want to communicate.
Exactly. That is the key to sounding natural instead of simply memorizing grammar rules.
So, here's a question for everyone listening. Think about one decision you made this week. What could you have done differently, and what do you now think you should have done?
Now, let's bring everything together with the kind of situations you actually face in daily life.
Good, because I understand the rules, but I want to know if I can use them without stopping for 5 seconds first.
That's exactly the goal. Natural English means choosing the form quickly because you understand the meaning, not because you're translating a grammar rule in your head.
So today I graduate from grammar student to person who complains about yesterday naturally.
That is one way to describe it.
I'm ready.
Let's start with a very common situation. Imagine you had a job interview yesterday.
Okay.
You prepared your answers, but you forgot to research the company.
That sounds like something I could realistically do.
After the interview, they asked, "Why do you want to work here?" And you didn't know what to say.
Ouch.
What would you say later?
I could have researched the company.
Grammatically correct. What does that focus on?
Researching the company was possible.
Right, but if you regret not doing it,
I should have researched the company.
much more natural.
Because now I know it would have helped me.
Exactly. Now imagine your friend says, "Why didn't you prepare more?"
I could say, I know I should have prepared better.
Perfect.
Could I also say I should have prepared better in normal speech?
Absolutely. In everyday American English, contractions are extremely common.
Should have prepared.
Right.
Should have researched.
Exactly.
That already sounds more conversational.
Here's one pronunciation warning, though. Some learners hear should have and think native speakers are saying should of.
I've seen people write should of.
Yes, but standard written English is should have, not should of.
So I say something that sounds like should have, but I write should have or should have.
Exactly.
Same with could have.
Right.
Could have, not could of. That is important.
Very. Now let's do a short story challenge.
My favorite kind.
Yesterday, you planned to meet a friend for lunch. Your phone battery was at 10% when you left home.
That's already dangerous.
You had a charger on your desk, but you didn't take it.
Bad decision number 1.
Then your friend texted you to change the restaurant, but your phone died.
Bad decision number 2.
You went to the original restaurant and waited for 40 minutes.
I'm enjoying this story less and less.
Later, what do you say?
I should have taken my charger.
Excellent.
And technically, I could have taken my charger because it was sitting on my desk.
Right, but should have fits your raclette better.
Then maybe my friend could have called the restaurant?
Nice! You're describing another possible action.
And if I think that was really the best solution, I could say, my friend should have called the restaurant.
Exactly. Notice how changing only one word changes your attitude.
Could have says there was another option.
Yes.
Should have says that option was probably better.
Perfect.
What about when we don't know what really happened?
Excellent question. Could have can also express a possible explanation about the past.
That sounds different from missed opportunities.
It is related, but slightly different. Imagine Anna didn't come to work yesterday.
Okay,
You don't know why. You might say, she could have been sick.
meaning being sick is one possible explanation.
Exactly.
Could I say she should have been sick?
Not with that meaning.
That sounds like I wanted her to be sick.
Exactly, which would be very strange.
So, could have means maybe this happened.
Yes, he could have missed the train. They could have forgotten. She could have taken the wrong exit.
That's useful.
Let's make the difference clear. He could have missed the train means maybe he missed it.
We don't know for sure.
Right. He should have taken the earlier train means the earlier train would have been the smarter choice.
Much clearer.
Here's another one. Your package hasn't arrived.
The modern tragedy.
You might say, the driver could have gone to the wrong address.
Possible explanation.
Exactly.
But the driver should have checked the address means I think the driver made a mistake.
Perfect.
So, could have is more flexible than I thought.
It is. That's why context matters.
Okay, give me some difficult examples.
Happily. Your friend says, why is Kevin late?
He could have forgotten the meeting.
Good. Now Kevin finally arrives and says he forgot.
Then I can tell him, you should have set a reminder.
Exactly.
Although maybe I shouldn't say that immediately.
Very good social awareness.
Grammar lesson and friendship lesson.
2 for 1.
I like it.
Now let's practice another important structure. Could have, but.
Like what?
I could have stayed home, but I decided to go out.
So we name the possible choice and then say what actually happened.
Exactly. Try 1.
I could have ordered dinner, but I cooked instead.
Great.
We could have driven, but we took the train.
Perfect. That pattern is excellent for storytelling.
And what about should have, but?
Also very common. I should have gone home, but I stayed at the party.
That immediately tells us the speaker thinks staying was a mistake.
Exactly.
I should have stopped eating, but the fries were too good.
Deeply relatable.
Thank you.
Let's build our final phrase pack.
Give me the good stuff.
First, I could have been wrong.
Meaning it's possible my past opinion was incorrect.
Exactly. Second, it could have gone either way.
What does that mean?
It means either result was possible. Imagine a very close basketball game. You could say, it could have gone either way.
Nice.
Third, I should have trusted my instincts.
Instincts meaning that inner feeling that tells you something.
Exactly. Fourth, I should have asked first.
Very useful when you do something without permission.
Right. Fifth, we could have avoided this.
Meaning another choice might have prevented the problem.
Exactly. Sixth, I should have seen that coming.
Meaning I should have expected it.
Correct. Seventh, you could have just said no.
That sounds natural.
Very natural, especially when someone makes a situation unnecessarily complicated.
Like, why did you make a fake appointment just to avoid dinner? You could have just said no.
Exactly. Very specific example, Maya. Moving on. Eighth, I should have double-checked.
Great for emails, addresses, schedules, and probably everything I do.
Pretty much. Ninth, things could have been much worse.
Good when you want to look at the positive side.
Exactly. And 10th, I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions.
That sounds advanced.
Jump to conclusions means deciding what happened before you have enough information.
Like assuming someone is angry just because they didn't reply to my message.
Perfect.
I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. Their phone was dead.
Excellent.
I'm stealing that phrase.
Please do.
Can we do a final quiz?
Absolutely. And this time, listeners, try answering out loud before Ben does.
Why do I suddenly feel competitive?
Question 1. You had enough time to call your parents yesterday, but you spent the evening watching TV. Now you regret it.
I should have called my parents.
Correct. Question 2. Your coworker wasn't at the office. You're guessing about the reason.
He could have been sick.
Perfect. Question 3. Your friend drove 3 hours to visit you, but there was a direct train available.
If I'm talking about the option, you could have taken the train.
Great.
If I think it was clearly the smarter choice, you should have taken the train.
Excellent. Question 4. You sent an angry email and regretted it 10 minutes later.
I shouldn't have sent that email.
Exactly.
And maybe I should have waited before replying.
Even better.
That feels very natural.
Final question. You missed an amazing sale because you didn't visit the store yesterday.
I could have gone yesterday if I'm talking about the possibility.
Good.
I should have gone yesterday if I'm standing here today looking at the full price and regretting my life.
Perfect.
I think I finally understand something important. These expressions aren't difficult because of grammar. They're difficult because they describe different ways of looking back at the past.
Exactly. And that is the big idea I want everyone to remember.
Could have looks at what was possible.
Should have looks at what would have been better.
Couldn't have tells us something wasn't possible.
And shouldn't have tells us something happened, but we now believe it was a mistake.
Plus, could have can sometimes describe a possible explanation, like she could have forgotten.
Excellent. And remember that tone matters too. You should have can sound helpful, critical, or even annoyed, depending on how you say it.
So sometimes, maybe we should have sounds softer.
Exactly.
Before we finish, can we give listeners one final speaking challenge?
Definitely. Think about the last 7 days and complete these 4 sentences out loud.
I could have,
I should have,
I couldn't have.
and I shouldn't have.
Try to use real situations from your own life. That makes the grammar much easier to remember.
And here's today's audience question. What is one thing you should have done differently this week? And what is one thing you could have done but chose not to?
Say your answers out loud first and then write them in the comments if you want extra practice.
If this lesson helped you understand the difference more clearly, subscribe to Speak English Fluently and keep practicing with us. The more you hear these patterns in real situations, the more naturally they'll come out when you speak.
And next time I make a bad decision, at least I'll be able to describe it with perfect grammar.
That's progress, Ben.
I could have learned this years ago.
And you should have.
I knew you were going to say that.